Welcome to the Shigeaki podcast, where science and longevity meet to help you move better, live stronger, and age with purpose. Let me begin with a simple question. Do you feel stiff when you wake up like your body's forgotten how to move? You're not alone. It's one of the most common complaints I hear from patients over 60. They say things like, "It takes me 5 minutes just to get out of bed. My knees sound like popcorn," or "I feel like a robot until I've had my coffee." One patient of mine, she's 72, came to me with constant knee pain. She was active in her 50s, but after retirement, she sat more, moved less, and slowly started to feel older. Her joints hurt, her balance got worse, and her energy dropped by noon. But we didn't start with medication. We started with movement, and I don't mean gym workouts or heavy routines. Just 6 small, intentional movements done each day, no equipment, no pressure. After 2 weeks, her knees felt looser. Her digestion improved. And the most surprising part, she said, "I feel younger, like my body remembers how to be me again." And that's what today's episode is all about. But I'm not here alone. With me is the man who has lived, walked, and taught graceful aging for over a century. Please welcome my friend and co-host, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you, Mark. I am always honored to join this conversation, especially when it's about something as simple and powerful as movement. In Japan, we do not exercise. We move, and we never stop moving. You see, getting older doesn't mean you have to slow down. It means you need to become more aware of how and how often you move. These 6 movements we'll share today, they are not extreme, they're not trendy, but they are timeless. They are the quiet habits that help our elders stay balanced, breathe deeply, walk steadily even into their 80s and 90s.
That's so important, because it's not about adding one more thing to your schedule. It's about turning small movements into daily medicine. In today's episode, you'll discover 6 movements that Japanese elders do every single morning, how they support blood circulation, joint mobility, digestion, and even sleep, and how you can do them in just 10 minutes a day, right at home, no gym, no equipment.
These are the movements that keep the body alive, not just longer, but better.
If you're ready to feel younger than your age, if you want your joints to move more freely, your posture to improve, and your days to start with strength, subscribe and share this episode with someone who deserves to age with grace. Here's something that surprises many people. After 60, you don't just lose energy because you're aging. You lose it because you're moving less. Your muscles start to shrink, your joints stiffen, and your circulation slows down. This process has a name in science: inactivity aging. It's not about how old you are. It's about how often your body is told you don't need to move anymore. When we sit too long in front of the TV, at the dinner table, even while reading, the body starts shutting down systems it thinks we no longer use. Muscles get weaker, blood doesn't flow as freely, digestion slows, balance gets worse.
That is very true, Mark. But let me offer a small shift in thinking. Stillness is not rest. Movement is rest. In Japan, we do not send our elders to the gym. We do not give them treadmills or exercise programs. What we do is help them keep moving throughout the day. You will see 80-year-olds sweeping leaves outside their homes, stretching their shoulders while waiting for the kettle to boil, rising and sitting slowly from the floor several times a day, not because it's exercise, but because it's natural movement.
And that's such an important distinction. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what the body is designed for. You stop moving. The brain thinks, "I guess we don't need these muscles anymore." You keep moving even gently, and your brain says, "Let's keep this body strong."
Yes, the body doesn't grow old because of time. It grows old because of silence, because of stillness.
Coming up next, we'll walk you through the 6 gentle movements Japanese elders do every single day to stay strong without strain. They take just minutes, but their impact can last decades. Let's start with something so simple you might not believe how powerful it is. Seated ankle circles. Yes, just sitting in a chair and slowly rotating each ankle in a circle 5 to 10 times in each direction. This gentle motion may look small, but it does 3 incredibly important things. It boosts circulation in the lower legs. which is essential after long periods of sitting. It helps prevent swelling, especially around the feet and ankles, and it reduces the risk of blood clots, something we rarely talk about, but that can silently affect older adults.
In Japan, you will see our elders doing this, while watching TV, while chatting with friends, even while riding the train. It is one of our quiet cultural habits. We believe if you sit still, move your feet, because your feet are the furthest from your heart and the first to suffer when circulation slows.
That's such a beautiful mindset, and it's backed by science. After 60, circulation to the extremities decreases naturally. That's why many older adults feel cold feet, numb, toes, or nighttime cramps. But regular ankle circles can help wake up those blood vessels again. When should you do it? Right after waking up in the morning. And anytime you've been sitting for over 30 minutes, whether reading, working, or watching a show.
And if you want to take it one step further, after the circles, massage the soles of your feet gently. It calms the nerves, grounds the body, and prepares the legs for movement.
1 minute per foot, that's all it takes. But over time, this small ritual can mean the better balanced, lighter steps and stronger circulation. Next, one of the most underappreciated movements for people over 60 is gentle neck rotation, often referred to as neck rolls. As we age, the cervical spine, the part of the spine that supports the neck and head, tends to become stiffer, especially if we spend long periods sitting lying down or looking down at screens. This stiffness can contribute to chronic neck and shoulder pain, reduced range of motion, and even tension headaches. From a neurological perspective, poor mobility in the upper spine can also reduce blood flow to the brain, which affects focus, balance, and cognitive clarity. That's why I often recommend patients to begin their day or break periods of stillness with slow, intentional neck rolls.
In traditional Japanese settings, especially in care for the elderly, we teach neck awareness early in the day. A simple technique is to sit upright, relax the shoulders, and begin with a gentle rotation of the head. First, tilt the head forward, then slowly rotate the chin toward the right shoulder. Continue the circle back and around to the left, and repeat no more than 3 and 4 times per direction. The goal is not to stretch forcefully, but to mobilize the area and encourage cervical circulation.
Clinically, I've seen that slow neck rolls done daily can reduce the frequency of tension-type headaches and even help with eye strain in older adults. There's also evidence that better neck mobility supports vestibular function, your body's balance system. And the ideal times for this movement include first thing in the morning, especially if you slept in a fixed position, after long periods of lying down or reading in bed, or anytime you feel tightness or dull pressure in the upper back or scalp.
We do not need to move fast, but we do need to keep moving, especially in areas where circulation can easily become compromised with age.
Others' breathing is often treated as automatic, but how we breathe can dramatically affect how we sleep, digest, and recover. After age 60, lung capacity tends to decline, and the diaphragm, our main breathing muscle, becomes less active, if not intentionally used. That's why this movement, deep belly breathing, combined with arm raising, is particularly effective for older adults. The benefits are clear. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and promotes recovery. It increases lung expansion, especially in the lower lobes where oxygen exchange is most efficient, and it prepares the body for deep restorative sleep.
In Japan, we practice this, especially in the evenings. Sit on the floor or a firm chair, place one hand on your belly and the other by your side. As you inhale deeply through the nose, raise both arms slowly above your head, letting the belly expand. As you exhale slowly through the mouth, lower the arms gently and let the belly relax. Each breath should last at least 4 seconds, in 6 seconds out. Repeat this for 5-10 cycles, focusing on rhythm and relaxation rather than effort.
This technique is particularly useful before bedtime as part of a wind-down ritual, or after meals to support digestion by reducing stress on the gut. Studies show that consistent diaphragmatic breathing can help regulate cortisol, improve vagal tone, and enhance sleep depth, especially in older adults dealing with nighttime awakenings.
We often say, breathing is movement. We breathe like babies, deep, slow, and low. But over time, stress teaches us to breathe shallow and fast. This movement helps us retrain the breath gently, safely, and with purpose.
Next, we'll look at how something as ordinary as brushing your teeth can become an opportunity to restore hip mobility and reduce fall risk. Loss of balance and hip stiffness are two of the most common reasons older adults lose mobility and eventually independence. But what if a small change in your daily routine could gently reverse both? One of the most practical micro movements I teach patients is hip swaying while brushing teeth. It sounds simple, and it is. But done twice a day, it helps loosen tight hips, strengthen stabilizing muscles, and significantly reduce the risk of falls.
In Japanese health centers, we often observe posture during mundane tasks. Standing completely still for long periods, even short ones like brushing teeth, tends to shift all the weight to the heels, creating compression in the lower spine and tightness in the hips. Instead, we encourage light, rhythmic side-to-side movement of the hips while standing. Nothing exaggerated, just a gentle sway of the pelvis left to right, like a quiet shift of balance.
Here's how to do it. Stand with feet hip-width apart while brushing. Soften the knees slightly. Shift your weight slowly to one foot, then the other. Let your hips follow. Smooth and slow. Continue throughout your brushing routine about 2 minutes. This movement also helps relieve pressure on the lower back, making it particularly useful for those with chronic lumbar pain.
Twice per day, morning and evening, is enough to retrain your balance system. Over weeks, this subtle activation improves proprioception, your body's sense of positioning, and reduces the likelihood of tripping or losing balance during daily activities.
Twice per day, morning and evening, is enough to retrain your balance system. Over weeks, this subtle activation improves proprioception, your body's sense of positioning, and reduces the likelihood of tripping or losing balance during daily activities.
We don't always need a workout mat or a plan. Sometimes the floor beneath your feet is the gym and your toothbrush is the timer.
When we talk about fall prevention or joint support, we often focus on knees and hips. But the real foundation of stability lies in a much smaller place, your toes. As we age, many people lose strength and sensitivity in the small muscles of the foot, particularly those that control the toes. This affects balance, gait stability, and can even lead to compensatory stress on the knees. One simple solution is a daily practice of toe grips and lifts, a movement that activates the intrinsic foot muscles. It improves foot arch control, blood flow to the lower extremities, and overall postural stability.
In traditional Japanese care homes, elders are often encouraged to wake up the feet while standing at the sink or preparing meals. We teach them to gently grip the floor with their toes, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then lift the toes up and spread them before placing them down again. This action creates dynamic stimulation in the foot's support network, which is often dormant in those who wear stiff shoes or sit too much. And the ideal time is while standing at the stove, folding laundry, or any time you're upright for 2 to 3 minutes.
There's compelling research showing that loss of toe strength is one of the earliest indicators of mobility decline in older adults. Toe weakness correlates with higher fall risk, shorter stride length, and even poor venous return, leading to swelling in the lower legs.
You may not see the change immediately, but over a few weeks, these micro-activations can support knee alignment, reduce pressure on the ankles, and improve overall movement confidence. Here are some recommendations. Do 10 grips and 10 lifts per foot. Barefoot is ideal to increase sensory feedback. Can be done 1 to 2 times a day.
Like many things we've shared today, this isn't about effort, it's about attention. By reawakening the foot, we restore one of the body's most basic stabilizers.
And when the feet are strong, the knees follow. Balance doesn't start in the brain, it starts at the ground.
Finally, I want to mention that the ability to sit down on the floor and stand up without using your hands may seem like a simple physical task, but it's also a strong predictor of longevity and independence. This movement engages multiple muscle groups, especially the core hips and thighs, while also requiring coordination, balance, and flexibility. Studies have shown that older adults who can perform this movement with ease are significantly less likely to suffer falls or require assistance with daily activities. It's not just about strength, it's about maintaining a full body connection.
In Japan, many homes still have tatami floors. People sit on the floor to eat, drink tea, read, or rest. So the act of rising from the floor is a natural part of daily life, not something reserved for exercise.
To begin, choose a safe padded surface. A yoga mat or carpeted area is ideal. Lower yourself slowly onto the floor without using your hands if possible. Cross-legged kneeling or sitting upright is fine. Then stand back up also without hands if you can, engaging your core and driving through your legs. If needed, use support at first, a cushion-low stool or wall, but aim to progress gradually. This single movement trains leg strength, core stability, joint coordination, and importantly, neuromuscular control, your brain's ability to signal movement efficiently.
We often say, if you can sit on the floor and stand without help, you will live longer. Because this skill reflects more than movement, it reflects functional aging. I recommend practicing this movement at least once per day, ideally during quiet moments such as after stretching, reading, or meditating.
This is where longevity meets mobility. A few seconds each day can protect years of independence. One of the most common questions I get is, when do I find time to do all this? The answer is simple. You don't find time. You link movement to what you're already doing. For example, do ankle circles while sitting on the bed or having tea. Add neck rolls while waiting for the microwave. Breathe deeply and raise your arms before bed or after meals. Sway your hips while brushing your teeth. Practice toe lifts while cooking. Try sit to stand from the floor once a day perhaps after reading or stretching.
What matters is not how fast or how graceful, but that you do not avoid the floor. Many older adults lose confidence simply because they stop trying. But this movement done mindfully each day helps preserve the most basic skill of all, rising on your own.
The point is not to change your schedule. It's to embed motion into routine, like seasoning into food, subtle but powerful over time.
In Japan, we never say go exercise. Instead, we say keep moving in daily life. Movement is not something you add. It's something you remember. You remember how your body used to move. You remember that brushing your teeth, waiting for water, or folding clothes can also be a chance to move.
We often underestimate how much the body can change with small, consistent effort. Over the years, I've seen older patients try these 6 movements, and within just 1 week, they come back with the same message: I feel lighter. I feel more awake. I feel like I want to move again. These are people in their late 60s, 70s, even early 80s. They didn't start a new exercise routine. They simply added a few motions into their daily routine, 10 minutes or less. And here's what many of them report after just 7 days: deeper sleep and fewer nighttime awakenings, less morning stiffness and joint pain, especially in the knees and hips, faster, more confident walking, especially on stairs or uneven surfaces, and perhaps most importantly, a shift in mindset. They stop feeling lazy or too old to move.
When movement becomes rhythm, aging becomes graceful. Just one small motion done daily is enough to nourish your joints and awaken your strength.
And that's the message here. You don't need to wait for motivation. You just need to start, and your body will respond often faster than you expect.
I've seen the same mark. When elders begin to move in small ways, not to burn calories, but to reconnect with their bodies, the results are noticeable. Energy returns, posture improves, even mood lifts. One woman told me, I don't nap as much. I feel like doing things again. That's not because of exercise. That's because her body received a daily signal to stay alive and involved.
Now it's your turn. For the next 7 days, we invite you to try at least 3 of the 6 movements we shared each day. It could be ankle circles in the morning, toe grips while cooking, and a sit to stand before bed. Keep it simple. Keep it consistent. Track how your body responds. Are your joints less stiff in the morning? Can you stand up more easily from a chair or the floor? Is your sleep deeper or more restful?
It's not a workout, it's a ritual, a quiet way to remind the body you still belong in this world and you can move through it one step at a time. Movement becomes meaningful when you observe its effect, so we encourage you to write down a few notes each evening. Nothing complicated, just a few lines on how your body feels.
Movement is medicine, but only if you take it daily. Let this be your first dose.
If there is one lesson I've learned after caring for patients for over a century, it is this. If you can still move, you can still change. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to lift weights or buy equipment. What you need is to move in small ways every day, gently, patiently, but consistently. Start with the basics. Roll your ankles before you stand. Take 3 deep belly breaths while raising your arms. Sit down on the floor and stand up without rushing.
And most importantly, don't wait for stiffness to force you to act. Don't wait until a fall, a surgery, or a sudden loss of mobility wakes you up. Start now. Start with just 5 minutes today. You'll be surprised how quickly the body responds to the signal. You are still alive. You are still strong.
Our goal isn't youth, it's vitality at every age. And movement, no matter how small, protects that vitality.
If this episode helped you rethink how you move, or if you know someone struggling with joint pain, poor balance, or too much sitting, please like, subscribe, and share the Shigeaki podcast. Because the right movement at the right moment can change a life.